All right, y'all. So let's talk about these games from tonight. And now I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'm making this when there's 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter and the Timberwolves are down 18. And 18 is not a big deficit in the NBA, especially when you have a star when you have as much time as 7 minutes and you have a star as good as Anthony Edwards. That's never too big of a lead to come back from. But when Denver just went on the run that Denver went on, where KCP just hit back-to-back threes, and then after that Jokic gets a fast break dunk with the crowd goes crazy, you have to call a timeout, bro. When they go on that run to go up 18, and then you've already lost 2 straight games, both of them at home. After going up 2-0, you lost all momentum, and you're in Denver against the defending champs, bro. That's not a lead you're coming back from, I'm not going to lie. Anthony Edwards is having a terrible game at the moment. I believe he's 2 for 10 or something like that. Anthony Edwards is 3 for 13 and 1 for 5 from 3. He has 14 points, 7 of them are off of free throws, so he has 7 points on the floor right now. Let me tell y'all, let's just start with this game, since this is the game that's going on, bro. There are so many key things that I actually wrote down that I noticed from this game. And the biggest thing that I want to say about this game, I didn't write this down, but this is just the biggest thing. I heard someone kind of say something similar to this, and I was like, yeah, this is facts. So we always talk about how young teams aren't ready. Like right now, a lot of people think the OKC Thunder aren't there yet. The Orlando Magic aren't there yet. But these are young teams that we think, you know what I'm saying? They got some playoff experience in them. They're just the Sacramento Kings. They got some playoff experience in them. They're just not quite there yet. They're just a little too young. They just need a little bit more development. They might even just need one more piece, right? What the Nuggets are doing to the Timberwolves right now is exactly that. This is what the Timberwolves might exactly need, because this might be the thing that teaches the Timberwolves, or at least Anthony Edwards, and maybe even just Chris Finch, Anthony Edwards, and Cat at the very minimum, what it takes to win, to get to that championship level. The pounding that they're taking, from the Nuggets right now, might be the exact thing that teaches Anthony Edwards and the rest of the Timberwolves organization, staff, and players exactly what it takes to be a champion, and exactly what it looks like when you're just on that level where when we decide that we can beat you, we are beating you. That's what I think is happening to them right now. I think what Luka's about to do in Game 5 is about to be something like that to Shea. I think Luka's about to come in here in Game 5 and look like Luka, and I think he's going to have one of those games where it just is a moment for Shea where he's like, okay, I'm not quite at this level yet. I think that's what Jokic is doing to Anthony Edwards right now. He's showing him that he's just not quite at this level yet. Because while we're talking about Jokic, I have a lot to say about Jokic, because this man is currently 14 of 19, 1 for 2 from the field, 8 for 9 from free throw, 37 points, 13 assists, 6 boards at a plus 18 on plus minus in 36 minutes. Nobody on the Timberwolves can guard him. And this was my worry. This was the reason I picked the Nuggets 7 in the first place, was because I knew for damn sure Gobert couldn't guard him. I knew for damn sure Cat couldn't guard him. I thought, what are they going to do? Maybe they'll have Jaden McDaniels come over and help. If they put Cat on him and then they put Gobert on Aaron Gordon, I was thinking maybe they'll just have it be, they'll have Anthony Edwards come over and help. If they have him off of KCP, maybe they help off a little bit of KCP. Then what are they going to do? And a lot of it was actually they were just throwing different bodies at him. They have 4 bigs, if you include Kyle Anderson, that they can just throw at him. They were throwing different bodies at him. They were throwing guys at him if he was catching it outside of the paint. They were throwing doubles at him if he was catching it inside the paint but had a favorable matchup. They were throwing a big and an extended wing on him, a longer wing on him. And the size was bothering him. The fact they could throw so many bodies at him to foul him, to rough him up, and that were all good defenders was bothering him. Right now, today, as I speak, and in the last 3 games, nobody can guard Jokic. Not Towns, not Naz Reid, for damn sure not Kyle Anderson, and not Rudy Gobert. And not only can Gobert not guard Jokic, he can't stop fouling him. He got 2 critical fouls late in the third quarter to give him his 4th and 5th fouls. And then after that, he had to sit on the bench for a while, and now he is 6 for 6 from the field, blah, 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 still has 4 fouls. So I thought he got his 4th and his 5th, or maybe they were his 3rd and his 4th. I don't know, but he got 2 critical fouls late in the fourth quarter that put him in some foul trouble, and they're already struggling with Anthony Edwards being 4 of 14. Now they're only down 13 with 4.5 minutes left. This video may be made too soon. You'll see. If I won't publish it yet. How about that? I'll publish it after the game, but right now I'm recording it anyway, so I'll either have to make another one, or you'll be seeing this one because somehow because as I expected, the Timberwolves couldn't come back. Anyways, nobody can guard Jokic, bro. He's causing them all to be in foul trouble. Jaden McDaniels has 4, Rudy Gobert has 4, Karl Anthony Towns has 4, Naz Reid has 4. He has put them all in foul trouble, and there's just nothing they can do when Aaron Gordon's still out here going 7 for 14 with 18 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists. Michael Porter Jr. is not even having a good game at all, and Jamal Murray's not new with much. He's 4 for 11, but the problem is you got Reggie Jackson off the bench going perfect. You got Christian Brown being 4 for 8. You got KCP going 4 for 5 from 3 and being 6 for 8 from the field. And you have Jokic, most importantly, being 14 of 20. He is simply the best player on the planet, and it's just not close right now. Like I'm a big fan of Giannis. I'm a big fan of a lot of these players that are young. I'm a big fan of Luka. I'm a big fan of Shea. I'm a big fan of all these players that we think of as top players. I'm not a big fan of Joel Embiid, but I'm a fan of Joel Embiid. And like I'm not even a big fan of Jokic's. But I'm a fan of Jokic's, right? Like I'm a fan of Anthony Edwards, Steph. I'm a fan of all these guys more than some of these other superstars, more than some of these other like top 4, top 5 players in the league right now, because we know that Steph and LeBron aren't that anymore, right? But I don't know what I'm yapping for. What I'm saying that to say is right now, I believe Giannis is the second best player in the league. You can say Luka, you can say Joel, you can say Shea, you can say whoever you want. I believe it's Giannis. The gap that Jokic is showing is being shown in this series right now. The fact that they go down 0-2, then they go back and they lose game 2 by a blowout without the DPOY, that is the most demoralizing thing in the world. At home as the defending champs. And you had time to rest too. Both teams did. Y'all both came in rested. There should have been no excuses. They lost both games at home, and then they came back and won 3 in a row, and the team was fully healthy. Now, granted, the officials started officiating differently once they got to Minnesota. We all noticed it in Game 3. Now, granted, Jamal Murray should have been suspended a game, and he wasn't, so the NBA gifted them that one. There was things to keep in mind here. Now, granted, Mike Conley's not here in this game, and their half-court offense looks a lot worse without Mike Conley in the floor if you're Minnesota. And he's out tonight, so granted, now Denver's had some help. I'm not saying they haven't. But what I am saying is that man is simply the best player in the league, and no matter how true all of these things may be, blah, 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 at the end of the day, the thing is they have Jokic and you don't. It's that simple. And there's a lot of things that I think are going wrong for Minnesota right now. Like the 2 biggest reasons that I picked Denver in this series was because they had the best player in the series, and was because I did not trust Karl Anthony Towns. Or there was 3 reasons. The third one was I did not trust anyone on that team to guard Jokic. So those were the main 3 reasons. That Karl Anthony Towns reason has been showing a lot this series. The 2 games they won, Karl Anthony Towns had great games. And the 3 games they've lost, and if you include this game as a loss, haven't been so great for Karl Anthony Towns. Right now, he's 9 for 17 with 21 points. He's been their best offensive player in this game. But the last 2 games, he was awful offensively. And now this game where he's doing what you need him to do, or at least closer to what you need him to do, is Anthony Edwards that's selling. But you can't be mad at Anthony Edwards because, first of all, without him, you don't get this far. Second of all, he just dropped 44-45 last night or 2 nights ago, and y'all still lost. So that was Cat. And it's just so sad to see, because it's like the Cat, he's so inconsistent. And it's like Cat could actually have 30 right now if he could just punish the defense when a guard is switched to him. I've seen Christian Brown get switched to him. I've seen Reggie Jackson get switched to him. I've seen KCP get switched to him. And in all 3 of those occasions, when I saw them looking late, because I missed the first half, I was playing 2K. I won't lie. I saw the second half of the Pacers game was a blowout. So I said, okay, I'm going to hop on 2K with the homies. We played until about halftime of the Denver game, maybe a little before halftime, but I went up there to get something to eat. So I was busy. So I'm watching the second half, and I'm seeing, okay, so every single time that he's getting guarded by a smaller guy, he's either getting ripped, he's missing the shot, or he's settling for a bad shot. Like against KCP, I saw him shoot for like a 12-foot fadeaway, and it was a bad fadeaway. Like it hit off the front of the rim. It was not close, dog. Like it was bad. And another problem here isn't just that he's not being able to punish them when there is a smaller defender on him. It's that they as a team are missing a lot of open opportunities, bro. They're missing a lot of open threes. I've seen Nickeil Alexander-Walker himself miss like 3 open threes just in the third and fourth quarters, and I'm not even watching the full fourth quarter right now because I'm just making this video. It's like, what, dog? Like, I've seen you alone. You have to hit those, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, especially when you're coming in and Mike Conley's not there, who's a good 3-point shooter, and you've got to hit those. They need to hit those. And there's a lot of things, though, that Denver is doing, right? We have to give credit to the defending champs. We have to give credit to what Denver's doing to make Anthony Edwards and to make the Timberwolves uncomfortable. So earlier when I was watching in the early third quarter, what I was noticing was anytime Anthony Edwards got Jamal Murray or like Christian or like somebody that they favored to be not a favorable matchup for him, like I saw it happen when it was Jamal Murray and PJ. When either one of them got switched onto him, either in a screen or DHO, whatever action they're running, they immediately sent the double with KCP, with Reggie Jackson, with whoever it was. They would immediately send the double. Even Aaron Gordon, I saw send the double a few times. But then as we get into the fourth quarter where they saw him hit like 2 buckets down the third, they're like, let's not allow him to get hot. What they were doing was every single time he caught the ball, even on the perimeter, they were doubling him with anyone who was nearby, whether it be Christian Brown, blah, blah, blah. They were sending everybody at him, and now I don't feel comfortable making this video again because they're down 15 with 1:41 left, and Anthony Edwards is 5 for 15 and 1 for 5 from 3. Like, it's just not good. And there was a little interesting things, though, that did happen. Another thing I'll say about the Nuggets getting a little bit of help, their whistle, especially the Nikola Jokic whistle, they got 3 or 4 straight calls, like offensive fouls on against Minnesota. Like, they got 3 or 4 straight calls where like in a row, like late in the third, early in the fourth, like straight calls that helped them go on a run. That's the only bad things I'll say about, or not bad things, that's just the only takeaways I really have from what I saw in this game. Again, the half that I watched, a little less than a half, because again, I'm making this video because them boys are getting blown out. But yeah, let's go. There's not too much to talk about from this Pacer game. I do have some things to say about Tyrese Halliburton, who is on the cover of this video for a reason. So let me tell you why. Not only did they lose tonight, right? They lost by 30. After every talking head, every media member, everyone is talking about the Pacers low-key have all the momentum now, especially with the Knicks being so banged up. Jalen Brunson went out there and said, banged up who, buddy? Who's hurt? I don't give a damn if we don't have OG. I don't give a damn if we don't have Mitchell Robinson. I don't give a damn if we don't have, am I dumb? Julius Randle. I don't give a damn if we don't have any of those people, because I'm going to go out here and shoot 18 for 35 and only shoot 6 for 7 from the line. He only shot 7 free throws. You can't say he's a free throw merchant. And scored 44 points with 7 assists and 4 boards. And keep in mind, I'm like damn near 5'11", 6 foot, and I got 4 boards. Tell me I ain't nice. Josh Hart, continue to do great things. 7 for 16 now. Only 2 for 7 from 3, but 7 for 16 when you're not an offensive threat is a good thing when you have 18 points and 11 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block. You'd love to see that from him. Dante DiVincenzo did not even have a good game, but when you're up 30 points, it doesn't matter. And when Alec Burks comes off the bench and continues to be a very reliable bench option, their best bench option so far in this series, and he's going to continue to get minutes if they do move on, which I do believe they will now. After they just won by 30, they're going back to Indiana. I think they're going to close it out in Indiana. I'm not going to lie, but I could see it taking Game 7, but I'm going to say they close it out in Indiana, especially if OG plays, but it doesn't look like he will. Anyway, I'm yapping. Alec Burks, 6'4", 11, 5 for 8 from the three-point line, 5 boards, 18 points, and a +9 in 23 minutes played. Great job, buddy. Precious Achiuwa, 2 for 6, 4 points, +15, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. It's just you filled the stat sheet. Didn't do too much offensively, but you filled the stat sheet. That's what you love to see. 2 offensive boards in there as well. Can't say enough about that. Isaiah Hartenstein, 7 points, 17 rebounds. 12 of his 17 rebounds were offensive rebounds. Most underrated player of the game right there. To me, he had the second best game. Now, Miles McBride did start in the absence of OG and all them. Well, only OG. But in the absence of OG, 7 of 15, 17 points. That's a good start for you, Miles McBride. You were a +26, which was the highest on the floor, and you played 40 minutes. Good job for you. Now, Pascal, my former Raptor, 7 for 15, 22 points. You're the second option. You might want to get more like the 25, 30 range, but 22, not bad. Miles Turner, 6 for 12, 4 for 7 from 3 with 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 16 points. Not too bad. Andrew Nembhard. Oh, every time Jalen Brunson sees you, buddy, it's just collard greens, ham, yams, potatoes, tomatoes, whatever you want to say it is, because you're food to him, buddy. He sees you as IHOP, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. He sees you as all of that. You are food to him. But 4 for 10, 2 for 3 from the field, 11 points, 4 assists. You didn't do too much. You didn't have a good game. Aaron Eastman, by the way, don't forget, you were 2 for 7 with 8 points. You had a bad game, and you got broke. Don't think I didn't see it, because I saw it, and I saw the highlight on Twitter, too, and I might have even liked the damn tweet. Obi Toppin, 2 for 5, 7 points, a -25, brother. Like, damn. TJ McConnell, -19, 3 for 8 with 7 points. This ain't the TJ McConnell that looked like Michael Jordan in the other game. That ain't him. That's not him. But anyways, the Pacers, you suck. And I haven't gotten to you, Tyrese. Don't think I forgot. I'm not a Pacer fan, but if I was, I'd break something. You shot 9 shots. When you have the potential to go up 3-2 on the Knicks, who are banged up, and you have all the momentum in the series at their house in New York with the lights at the brightest stage, you shot 9 shots, and you didn't even shoot inefficiently. You just didn't try to shoot. You went 5 for 9 and 1 for 4 from 3. Now, 1 for 4 from 3 is not good, but 5 for 9 from the field means you were getting some good layups. You were getting to the rim at least a decent amount. You only had 5 assists, so not only did you not even try to score, you didn't even have a good amount of assists. You had 5 assists to 2 turnovers. What the hell is that? You led the league in assists. You are one of the best passers in the game right now, and one of the best three-point shooters in the game right now, and you did not do either thing tonight in a must-win game. Not only did you not do either of those things, you didn't even come close to doing either of those things, and you lost by 30 points, and now you have no momentum, and the series is over. I'm done. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything, man. Thank you for watching, and yeah. Bunch of bums.